Hey guys, back with another video today. Today, as you know, we have our little conversations. We like to talk and everything. So today I actually have a topic that I really like, and I've been invested in the topic for for as long as I can remember as a little child. And it's about UFOs, and certain characters in the mythos of the UFOs and aliens. So I want to know, what certain people believe and think, because I wrote a comment a few days ago saying, oh yeah, I believe in aliens, but even this shoddy footage is unbelievable. Like I wouldn't believe it. I'm a firm believer in UFOs and aliens. And I wanted to say, when I say I believe in aliens, I don't mean I believe in aliens in the type of way of, you know, of oh, I believe little green men, little green aliens, are abducting everyone, taking them up, every single week, trying to do experiments, like some cases on 4chan and Reddit that I've read about. Yeah, no, I don't mean like that. I mean, like, in my sense, I think aliens have come here, for a long time, and I think aliens continue to visit us, monitor us. Don't know what their purpose is. Don't know why. I don't believe in lizard people, by the way. That's nonsense. And to me, the best argument that I heard as a child when I didn't know about UFOs was the argument of, how can you say we're not alone in the universe? That's kind of selfish of us to say we're alone in the universe. We're the only intelligent beings in the world, the whole universe. Kind of seems like a little bit, selfish to me. Again, a lot of people say, ooh, that's not true. That's not necessarily selfish because that's the case. But to me, I just believe there's, something else out there. Now, and for me, in my certain case, I do have, I kind of don't like watching documentaries about UFOs and aliens alone, because I kind of get creeped out and scared out of my mind. Like at night or alone, oh no, you won't see me watching that. Like my parents are here sometimes when I'm, on my days off, watching that. I watch day or night if they're here. But otherwise, nah, you won't see me watching those things. And you say, so when does he watch those programs then? Well, I watch them whenever I'm with someone, or it's in the morning with someone. Otherwise, I won't watch them because I get creeped out. I feel like an alien's actually in the back. Even recording me myself right now, I think I see an alien in the background, but I don't. Okay, and I don't want to come out as a crazy paranoid guy, because I'm relatively, what I would say, not paranoid. But one of the things also that has intrigued me for so long is the story about Bob Lazar. I think people tend to not believe him simply because his ideas are a bit far-fetched for current science and for current philosophies and what we believe in. But I don't think he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on the head. I think what he's saying is true. I think everything he's saying is true. I believe it for sure. And I believe that if you don't believe it, well, that's fine. The world keeps rolling. Right now, I still believe it's a conspiracy. I'm not gonna state outright UFOs are aliens. Even though I believe in the conspiracy, I wouldn't say it as 100% fact. Because me believing it does not mean that I have anything factual to prove it or have seen it to say, oh, I believe it 100%. No. I believe their stories. I believe in what I've seen, on TV shows and everything. But I have not yet said, oh yeah, I've seen it with my very own eyes, so 100% true, aliens exist. No. Come on, let's not be a little cuckoo either. But Bob Lazar's story is so intriguing. It has so many cool things, and I don't see why people don't believe him. I mean, what he's saying is, is top-notch quality content. What the heck is that? Yeah, whatever. So, he basically says, said about the element 115, I believe, or 215, 115. Yeah, something like that. One of those elements. I saw it on History Channel like 3 times, but that was a long time ago. So it was proven that it does exist. And at first I thought, well, I mean, don't they just name elements? So wasn't element 115 the next element? So how does that prove his theory? I mean, he said element 115 is what they use. But wasn't that just the next element they were going to name if they were going to find the element? So how does that prove it? And then I thought, wait a minute. Elements are named after the protons in the nucleus of the atom, which is, based upon the number of protons. Meaning that element 115 is unique. So if he saw an element that supposedly 115, that means it had 115 protons in the nucleus. Meaning that even if we discover it 40 years later, it's still going to be element 115 because it's going to have 115 protons in the nucleus. So makes sense, which I was stupid. I didn't think about at the time, but now it makes sense. They said he has footage apparently of some site he went to, to capture some aliens with his buddies, and then he got in trouble. I've never seen that footage. I mean, maybe. I think they said they lost it or something. I'm not really sure. But, it's intriguing because his drawings look a lot like the current modern views that we have about UFOs. Now, I personally believe UFOs are real and everything, but I wouldn't go as far as a stretch as saying, alien bodies and UFOs are in Area 51 still. Were they recovered? Were they taken to Area 51? Sure. I believe that there were spaceships there. Do I believe that they have them? Don't know. I don't really want to guess that. But bodies seem like, shouldn't they decompose? I mean, how are they still gonna be there? And they could have cryogenically freeze them, all these types of things, right? But still, I don't think they really would have really done that. Just to keep them around after experience, I'd probably just toss them out. Because do you keep a human around? Then again, humans are not as scared as aliens. So yeah, you could theoretically, right? But still, I'm not too convinced on that. I would say spaceships, yeah, most likely they still keep them, right? Why, I don't know, but they could still keep them because that's potentially evidence that if uncovered, not good for you. As a government, that's not good for you. Now, one of the main things about UFO conspiracies is whether the government is covering it up. I believe the government is covering it up. And I believe, yes, based on Project Blue Book and other projects they've had, that yes, they've indeed covered up. Indeed, they know about aliens. They know about the existence of alien beings. They know about all that. They've recovered stuff. And they just want to push the narrative of, oh, we don't know. Then people say, well, why would the government lie? They have no reason to lie. Well, if they take that alien tech and then, make spaceships with, or make, craft, aircrafts that look like normal crafts, right? So doesn't, doesn't contradict their lies, then basically they can stuff all the technology they reverse engineered from UFOs into that. And they can use it without anyone being like suspicious. Because if they go outright and just make a copy of a UFO, it's gonna be a little bit suspicious, right? But if they just make a normal aircraft and stick all the technology from the UFO inside the aircraft, no one's the wiser. They could just say they developed it. They could say they stole it from Germany 40 years ago and they never told anyone. They could say they stole it from the Russians. No big deal. Now, that I believe. Now, that nonsense about lizard people, no. I don't believe the nonsense about lizard people. And I don't believe everyone gets abducted either. I believe some people get abducted, and I believe that, it might be a once or twice thing, but I don't think there's people constantly getting abducted up and up. Because if you were, why aren't you filming it after the first time? Get a GoPro, strap it on you, record 24/7, put a 1 terabyte micro SD card in there. Even though after 256 GoPros don't really like that capacity, but still shove it in there, record it at all times. What are aliens gonna know about GoPros? Man, they'll probably think that's like, I don't know, your little feeding apparatus or some shit. But anyway, that's pretty much all I want to talk about, because it's something that I'm really invested in, and I don't have anyone to talk to. I actually talk to my dad about UFOs every now and then, but you know, god damn, this is the same. It's the same episode of the same show on the Spanish channels because he's just watches Spanish content and we watch it on Pluto TV, you know, and they just give the same episode day after day. Same few episodes they probably have in Spanish, those are the same episodes they give every day. I know those episodes by memory, and I'm sick and tired of hearing those. But anyway, yeah, that's about all I want to talk about, you know, just something, you know, small. And yeah, I mean, I hope you enjoyed this video, you know. So yeah, guys, that's all.